Hi everyone, let's see if you can hear me. I guess I will notice when I edit this later. So, welcome to my channel. I am Caspian and I read a lot of books, mainly library books. And today I'm here to talk about my two most recent reads. So, one is my last read of May and one is my first read of June, even though I technically only read 18 pages in June. But I did have it on my June TBR, so I wanted to be connected to June. So, the book that I read as the last book of May was The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Breanne Randall. And this is a book about a woman who is from a magical family, and her magic, I would say, is kitchen magic. We do know that with every magic comes a curse, so everyone who's magically gifted in some way also are subjected to a curse that they have to live with. Exactly how that works is not completely declared in the book. There are some question marks after I read the book, but the female main character's curse is that she has 4 heartbreaks to deal with, and that is connected to her magic. So if she chose magic, then she have to choose the curse, and they do get a choice, like when they are children on the verge of going into their teens. So in this book there's a romance, kind of. It's a second chance romance between the female main character Sadie and her high school boyfriend Jake, and then we have Sadie's twin brother Seth, and their mother had to leave them when they were children, and they were raised by their grandmother. So in this book we follow this family of magic, and people leave and then they come back, and when they come back things start to happen, and basically they have to get rid of a curse or they will die. So the twins, Sadie and Seth. So, and they have their whole family to help them. I'm sorry there is so much noise. So this book started off with me being very annoyed with the female main character. She was ruminating a lot over her breakup and heartbreak with her high school boyfriend, and in the book it's 10 years ago. So she's still kind of hung up on that, and that kind of bothered me. So I had a hard time getting into her character, and in the beginning of the book we only follow her before the rest of the family kind of joins her. When the family members joined the story and Jake came and Seth came back, etc., it was easier to read. So I did enjoy the magic system, I did enjoy the storyline, and so I liked everything except for the female main character, especially in the beginning. So I gave this book a 4-star. The second book I'm going to talk about is the first book I finished in June, and it's The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. In my June TBR video, I mistakenly said that this was the 5th book in the Inheritance Games series. It's not. It's the first book in the Grandest Game series. So it is set in the same world as the Inheritance Game. You can see that, an Inheritance Game novel. So it's set in the same world, and it takes place after everything else has happened. So this is a spin-off. And in this book, Avery, who is the heiress in the other books, she wants people to be able to enjoy a game similar to the one that she was subjected to when she was to become the heiress. So and she also wants to give people like her the opportunity to get some money from that. So she starts the Grandest Games. In this book it's the 2nd annual game. So we follow a group of people that is taken to a remote location, and they have to go through a series of games, and to get quite a lot of money. And I did have some issues with this. I did like the premise of the book. I didn't think that ordinary people got the chance enough. Of course there were some ordinary people in among them, but it was a bit it felt a bit elitist, and I hope that the things that I didn't like about this book is solved in the second book, that is called Glorious Rivals, that comes out this summer. So I probably won't be able to read it until this Christmas. Had I known that, I wouldn't have read it now. I would have waited, just saying. But so what did I enjoy? I enjoyed the gaming aspect. I enjoyed most of the characters. I didn't enjoy the romance, or there are like two kind of romance, like two couples flirting and you don't really know where it's going, and one of them I didn't really it took away too much from the game and the premise of the book, in my opinion. Maybe it's setting up for something that is gonna be very important in the second book, and that will kind of excuse it taking away a lot of time, because it made things messy. I had a hard time following some of the things because of that. So I didn't like the pacing. It was too fast. I think it was thrilling and exciting, but it was a bit fast. But I think it would have been fine if that romance aspect hadn't stirred things up too much and made me kind of not it pulled my attention in different directions in a bad way. So maybe the pacing would have been nice if there weren't that romance aspect. So I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to annoy you people. If you did enjoy the Inheritance Games novels, then you will probably enjoy this one, because I did like it. I gave it a 3.5 stars, 3 on Goodreads, and I will continue the series. However, I won't buy them because I don't like them that much. And just as a reference, I did contemplate buying the first 3 novels of the Inheritance Games. So that was a thought I had. So that intrigued me more than this ended up doing. But I am intrigued enough that I want to buy. No, I don't want to buy. But I'm intrigued enough that I want to continue this series. And then there is, after this one, or outside of the rest of them, I think there is a standalone like novel collection or something with stories set in the same universe that's called Games Untold. And my library has that, so I'm gonna put myself on the waiting list for that one, because I think it is set apart from this series and the other series, so I can read that in between if I do feel the urge to read some games, because I do enjoy the games aspect of it. So those are the 2 books that I have most recently read, and a new setting for today. I hope that you can hear me alright, that you have been able to hear me alright, and the sounds haven't been disturbing too much. And maybe I'll do this again. Sit outside, I mean. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video, which will be the May wrap-up. It's time for that now. I just wanted to talk about my last read of May before the May wrap-up. So yeah. See you in that video, and happy reading. Enjoy your reading, because I will. Xingling.